Hello guys, my name is Suraj Nagarwal and I'm back with a new episode of The Great Marketers. Welcome to The Great Marketers Show where I interview the top marketers and entrepreneurs. And where I believe that all entrepreneurs should take off their entrepreneurship hat and put on their marketer's hat. Because of the good marketing, we are able to make impact and changes on more lives. So, overall, here you will get all your marketing answers. Today, we are inviting the one and only Paul Mottley in the house. Paul Mottley is the creator of the Affiliate Society and the inventor of the Ultimate Affiliate Marketing Podcast, and he is the seven-figure affiliate marketer. He helped several of his students to creating their own affiliate marketing system. Along with his coaching, he is also hosts a podcast and the YouTube channel where you can just learn more about the affiliate marketing. So please let me invite the Paul Mottley in the house. Hi Paul, how are you?
Whoa, what's going on, man? Yeah, good to be here.
Thank you so much, and I'm so much grateful to have you on my show. Thank you so much for your precious time. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. Yeah, like I said, it's good to be here. We always like doing these things. So, yeah, it's good, man.
So, yeah, people, if you're just watching us live, then put the hashtag live in the comment, and if you're just watching as a replay, then put the hashtag replay. And we're just starting the interview with one and only the Paul, right? So, I'm asking the first thing, which is a very precious thing for me, and I always inspired by learning the story, the background story of the all entrepreneurs. So I want to hear your backstory, how you became aware about this online journey.
Well, first off, big shout to RJ. I see RJ's in the house. How you doing, brother? Just wanted to let people know. Obviously, everyone's got their own sort of background story, if you like. This isn't a kind of a rags to riches story where you can look at the so-called hero, if you like, and then start with all this fancy journey. I kind of like, I wouldn't say I fell into this by accident, but it was something that I always wanted to do. Even from an early age, even when I was like in my late teens, I was kind of like thinking, what could I do other than just get a job, right? You know, something that can take me to the next level. And I always thought, I tried so many different things as well. It was way before like the internet really started. I'm kind of showing my age there a little bit, but I was actually running my own business, and all this whole thing with the internet happened, and the way that I then marketed that business had to change. And one of the things that came along was obviously all of a sudden, all businesses had websites, they had email addresses, they had some had YouTube channels and that. So I had to go really back to basics and start learning how to do this thing for myself, right? Because as a solopreneur, if you like, running my own business, I had no one else to do it for me. And to be honest with you, I kind of didn't trust anybody else either. It was almost, I was the heart and soul of the business. I wanted to make sure that I was getting the best, and the best really was what I could learn at that time. So fast forward a couple of years, and then I noticed that some of the businesses started using like lead gen, sort of like on how to grow their business and capturing people's details and then progressing through that. Go fast forward another couple of years, I started learning how to do this, but of course I always had that little side project, side hustle thing going on as well. So I always thought, how could I actually start producing, doing this as well? Like, how could I get a side income? And what I needed to do really was become an expert at something. So that's when I fell into like the sales funnel arena and discovered ClickFunnels as well. And just by chance happened to have the old funnel hacker t-shirt on there as well. And because at the time there were so many people looking for ClickFunnels, and they were looking for, what it could do for them, having someone there who showed up all the time, which was something that I was doing, was good for them to lean on. And what I found was that after a while, I found that quite a lot of these people didn't actually have ClickFunnels accounts already. So I was able to start progressing up those accounts, and I was getting paid commissions each month because I'd introduced them to it. And this kind of built and then started snowballing. I then started building email lists, was able to market to those email lists, and ultimately, think it was 2019, hit 100 accounts with ClickFunnels and won the Dream Car Award. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a ride, lots of ups and downs, as you can imagine. You always feel like you're taking two steps forward and three steps back some days or some weeks or some months or even some years as well. But the trick is really just to keep trying to move forward, because those knockbacks will come less and less and success will follow. That's kind of like the background in a nutshell, I guess.
That's really awesome. I can relate that. In 2020, 2029, 19, I was starting this journey when someone introduced me about the ClickFunnels, and I just started with the one funnel away challenge. When I just enrolled myself into the one funnel away challenge, and I was just learning, oh man, we can do something like that. That was really a life changing moment. And after that, I just became a constant in this space, learning a lot from the marketer like you and other marketers. So whenever I'm just seeing the people are looking for the emails and the lead magnets and all other things, which is are the common elements. So I want to ask from you what exactly the common elements need to build an affiliate marketing business from the scratch.
I think you have to. I mean, essentially, everyone will tell you the same thing, right? You have to build your own assets. And so, I mean, it's great having 15,000 people follow you on Facebook, or 100,000 people following on YouTube, or having 500,000 views on TikTok or anything like that. But as we found out from recent times, as soon as those accounts are gone, then your whole following's gone too. It's happened to a few people that I know. One person in particular had their TikTok account just shut one day, and they were doing exceptionally well. It was literally like, thank goodness they'd actually been able to build their own assets. And when I say assets, I'm talking about the email list themselves. That's something that no one can take away from you. Even if your email service provider shuts your account down, as long as you have downloaded that email address list, it's yours. You've got it. It's something tangible. You can print it off. You can hold it in front of you. Know it's there. Everything else, we're just renting space, and we are at the mercy of the gods, if you like. So if there's one thing that you need in any affiliate marketing business, especially if you're building from scratch, is to start focusing and finding a way to build an email list in the first place. So that would be the initial point where I'd start.
Yeah, I see when I just read the book of Russell Brunson about the traffic secrets, in which he just told me that we have to create our own system, we have to create our own audience. One day, if someone said your Facebook or any social media, which was your main income source, and from where you are just having the traffic and it goes shut, then what you will do? So I got that, and most probably people are making the email list and they are doing the whole thing. So when it comes to the strategies, or so may I know what is your best strategies to promote the affiliate products?
I think again, we're talking to people which are, I would say, fairly new. Okay, so they're not that experienced. They don't have a whole bunch of money to go and spend money on ads or a marketing agency for them. If you're starting from scratch, and you want to promote a particular product or service, become an expert. And this means finding the support groups, finding the user groups, whether it be on TikTok, whether it be on Reddit, whether it be on or any social base where there are people talking and discussing the product or service that you're going to be an affiliate for. That's your starting point. And then you'll find, even if you're just logging in once a day, people will start asking questions. And you need to actually be there and answer those questions. Quite often, there'll be a bunch of questions coming, but if you can learn that product inside and out, then you can become the go-to expert. And all of a sudden, you'll start getting people asking a question and tagging you in those posts so that you can then go and answer it. So that would be the best thing to do from right now. If you're just starting out and you wanted the best strategy, then that's exactly what I did. And of course, that's how myself and RJ met, a couple of years back now. And I've met a whole bunch of people using the exact same method as well. So you've got to really become an expert. And I think that is the key there, because not only does it give you credibility, but you can also build on your integrity when it comes to actually selling the product as an affiliate further down the line.
That's really cool. Yeah, I can understand that. When I just started the marketing, my mentors who just told me that you need to create the authority, you need to create the credibility. Without knowing you, people can't buy the things from you. You have to provide the value in the comment or whatever the strategies they have just told me. They're the different strategies at that moment. I'm still learning the best strategies from the Dream Car Award winners like you and other peoples as well as. So I have one counter question. What advice you have from the people who are starting the affiliate marketing using the organic marketing or the paid marketing? How they can scale their business to win the Dream Car Award winner like you and impact on the people while the same?
If you're just starting out, then again, you're looking to try and build that email list so you can continue to nurture it and build from that as well. I would say as soon as you forget about the money, you're going to start having better success. And as soon as you actually like focus on building relationships first, you're going to have more success, right? Because it's very easy to walk through your day chasing the dollars, right? But you're not necessarily serving people, you're not necessarily helping them if all you're trying to do is get them to buy a product or service that you promote, right? So when we're talking about building an email list, you've got to give people a reason to get on that list in the first place. And if you're an expert, then you can go ahead and you can, I'll give you something specific, right? So there's a site out there called, I think it's called Answer the Public. If you can pop in, yeah, you know this, you've heard of this one. If you can pop in a particular product or service, it's going to give you a whole bunch of questions, right? And if you've got some sort of traffic tracker on there as well, you'll be able to actually see which of the questions are getting asked the most. So what you're getting search traffic. Now, wouldn't that be great if you could bundle those answers up in some way and then offer it to people as a guide or as a cheat sheet or as steps to follow? Then that becomes what we call your lead magnet, right? And that's a reason for people to come on your email list because you are finding the most important questions that most people are asking. You're an expert. You've already proven that by becoming the expert in the groups, and you're offering that to people. Now you can either do it. You can either offer it to people for free, or you can even offer it to people for money as well. So you can actually charge for your expertise in that way and build it from there. Effectively, you can actually build your own sales funnels by offering something for free and then saying, "Hey, look, why don't we get on a half-hour call? It's going to be $97 just to get on this. I'll make sure you fully understand what you've just received, and we'll go through it, and then you pass on from that." That's something you can use to scale because then you'll actually have a marketing budget that you can use for ads as well. So that kind of taps into how you can actually go ahead and scale up, even if you're just starting out. Believe me, you could actually get started right now, and in 2-3 months, you'll already be seeing affiliate sales because you can sell them on the back end, and you're also seeing money through the door as well. So it is possible for anyone to start doing it.
That's really cool. That's really cool. And I want to know that what difficulties do people face when they start promoting their affiliate links to their potential clients? So they means most probably I have also doing the affiliate marketing in the back end, and I see a lot of times people show the objection. So how you can handle the objection and what are the
When you're looking at when he's talking about difficulties, a lot of it is self-belief, and shattering those false beliefs, if you like, is probably one of the big steps that you need to move forward with as well. So you're not going to be, I mean, you can't really say like, oh, what are the problems they're going to have when they share the links, because there's a good chance you've already built that relationship. When it comes to the point of, oh, this is how you work out this and this is how you can do this using this and this, by the way, do you mind if I share my affiliate link? Boom, it's in. Or they might even ask you, say, oh, I don't actually have an account yet, can I get your link for it? People are used to this, right? They're getting wise to it. They've seen it. They've got the t-shirt, literally t-shirt. So they're used to it coming to that point, or even asking the question via an email automation once people opt in the first place. So it really is a difficulty from yourself, because ultimately they can either say yes or no. Nothing happens. No one's going to get offended if you present it to them, because they're already asking for information, right? So it's a personal thing. You need to get over it, and of course every no that you receive is one step closer to your next yes. And that's where you got to keep looking at it. So you can progress that way. You just got to get over yourself, get some confidence, and make sure you're delivering on your promises.
that's really cool. And most probably when we consult with the clients and we are just talking about the, the results or the whole system, so what how we can just promote them about our services that they can change the whole life cycle and all other things.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so what the traffic source do you use for affiliate marketing and which provides the best conversion and the return on investment?
Traffic source is always a difficult one because I wouldn't recommend anybody using any sort of paid source unless they're earning at least $1,000 a month. Once you get up to that point, then you can go ahead and reinvest in paid ads. But even then, it might be a case of having to learn the platform yourself or paying someone else to do it for you. And you've got to be mentally prepared to invest in your business to have that and push that forwards. So, what actually produces the best results? Well, the quickest and fastest results you're going to get is through paid ads because money loves speed. But of course, going forward and actually creating a solid base, that's when the organic stuff is going to come through. So, personally, I've had more success through Facebook and building those relationships through that. But I know that building your own assets away from Facebook again, whether it be on your blog or whether it be on YouTube or somewhere else, making sure that you don't just have one everything in one pot. Now, I understand also as well if you read the marketing books, they will tell you to focus on just one traffic source until you nail it. I get that, but if you proportion yourself around, if you imagine drawing a little circle and maybe split it into a pie chart of 3/3, then you can pour some in each third, some of your efforts in each third. So if one drops off, you're not totally dead in the water. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes so sense. Got it. And I have also seen your podcast and the YouTube. So what will be your best tip for to grow the podcast and the YouTube? Can we
Well,
move on the? Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Can we move on the multiple platforms as well as, or we should focus on the only on the one platform?
this again, it's going down. I mean, I'm contradicting a lot of people because I have said myself that one before, and I will go through cycles of focusing on one platform over another, but I won't ever neglect or completely ignore other platforms that I've been using to build on. I think if you are full time, you have the mental capacity along with the time during the day to actually focus on that. But if you're just starting out and it is really part-time thing, you might only be able to allow yourself even just 30 minutes a day or even a few hours at the weekend, then one traffic source is probably going to be where you want to focus on.
Okay, that's really cool. So I will just suggest the people who are just watching us live, then this is the probably you should focus on the one platform. You have to build the clear credibility first on the one platform, and if you can attract the more client, then easily you can cover the other platforms as well as. So the next thing is actually I have a lot of questions personally from you. So when we are just doing the email marketing or affiliate marketing through the emails, so what will be the best way to write the email that convert or give the great return on investment or the conversion rate on that?
I think if you're trying to write email copy to convert, I think you have to be looking at you have to write as yourself, right? Now, imagine you are writing something to your best friend, your perfect friend, right? So in the marketing space, we talk about customer avatars, right? So you got to decide what style of writing you're going to use. Personally, I just write as I am because people will either like that or they won't. If they don't like it, they don't open future emails. I don't get sales from them. They end up dropping off my list because I have automations which dump people off. If they do, if they resonate with me, my journey, my story, and how I talk and how I act, then obviously that's better for me because they're the people which are going to be actively opening those emails, going ahead and reading them, and eventually clicking the links that I'm sending people through to as well. So I think authenticity is a massive thing. So the style of writing has to be your own personal style rather than trying to create this persona that you think people might want to hear about or even using the AI sales bots, if you like, to write your copy for you. That's not you, right? That is blurbed out, and you will see the difference. You could actually think to yourself, right, I'm going to pick a topic out, I'm going to write an email on it, and then use AI to write another email, and you see the differences there, and you can actually see exactly how different they look. Right? AI will write a beautiful email for you, but it won't resonate with your avatar, because when you're writing the email, it's from you, it's from your heart, it's more emotional, it's going to connect more with the people that you're trying to connect with. And I think that's probably the best way to go.
Cool, cool, cool. This is the value bomb you have shared with us, and I really appreciate that you have shared already a lot of bombs and golden nuggets with us. So, may I know how was the experience when you won your first Dream Car Award winner award, and how was the moment and how was the experience at that moment?
It was kind of crazy. I remember leading up to it, I was checking my dashboards 15 times a day. Literally, it was like sticking your head out the window, waiting for the bus to come. Right, you keep looking, keep looking, keep looking. Is it coming yet? No. Is it coming? No. And then I think it must have been overnight, and I opened the email and I saw it. I'd hit it. A couple of days later, I got the email, and yeah, that was a big emotional moment for me. I think to actually have something that says you did this, you achieved that. That's kind of, it's very gratifying, and it felt even better knowing that I got there through being totally authentic and being credible and being helpful to others as well, and creating that impact. That was more important to me than going and wasting a bunch of money on paid ads or getting someone else or cheating my way towards it. So that's kind of like, it meant a lot more because I put a lot more into it of me.
Awesome. I really, really appreciate that. I'm also, when I was just doing the affiliate marketing, still I'm doing that, but I haven't achieved that much success. So, but still, whenever someone came into my whole ecosystem and they just told us that, hey, I just need your affiliate link, could you provide me that? And I want to join this program with your link, and this gonna change everything. And to be true, I'm just watching the same thing. I'm just watching whole day my affiliate dashboard. I want to share the one thing here when I didn't anything at that moment, and it was showing the only 0 0 0 0 each and every time, and I was like, oh man, how I can just make the $1, then the $100, and the things started with zero, right? So that was the hard moment one, but the one day I just made a $1, then $100, and the moments again changes and start deep dive into the funnel designing. And right now I'm just working with the funnel designing. I really literally love the most when you tell that when we have to write the email by our own, people love more than about the values, because people always resonate the real story. They always love the real things. So really appreciate you. I have the one best thing for you. This is my personal question. When you just started in this journey, so what type of content you have produced to create your authority?
The content really comes off the back of, again, when I go back to when I first started, um, it would answer the questions, and then you could actually group those questions together. So if you were, like, say, if you're in a group of based around a product and people are asking lots of questions and you're able to answer those questions, then not only can you build that onto, it's just kind of like a secret hack to get more content out there, right? People are already asking the questions, right? You know the answers because you've already answered them. So why not do that in video form as well? Create those lists, pick out 4 or 5 over the last week, and create yourself a little YouTube video of it. Create short videos of one for each question and put it out on TikTok. Or you can create it all together and package it up as a lead magnet and then send it out via your Facebook profile, or even have links to it where people can go ahead and get on your email list from your Facebook profile. So that was kind of like where I'd look at doing that, and the content is out there. The ideas are out there. They're staring you down in the face every single day. It doesn't take long to go ahead and find it. You can go into any Facebook group right now and you can search for questions, And the easiest way to search for question is to go to the search box and just put a question mark and hit enter. You will see every post that is ending with a question mark, and then you've got your content ideas right there.
I really appreciate this is the biggest value bomb, the golden nugget that you have shared. People always neglect that. I was neglecting that particular point, and I just hear this particular thing from my mentor, but I was just neglecting that thing. I was not doing the thing, but thank you so much for reminding me, and thank you so much for sharing this the awesome way to create the content, to collecting the whole question, and this is the biggest thing we can create a lot of content for that. Really appreciate that. So, is there anything that you want to share with my people?
Anything I need to share? I mean, honestly, maybe we probably touched on this before about the podcast. Another little secret for you here. I have spent a shit ton of money on courses and programs over the years, right? I've done all that. I Whenever I want to learn something, I'll buy a course on it. I'm literally like the Matrix, when they load up how to learn kung fu, right? They just load it up there. So what I do is I'll go buy a course. I will learn how to do something and become proficient at it because I know that's going to advance my journey, right? Within my podcast, there's over 300 episodes there now. I have actually given, and if you've listened to it all, you will probably know this already, but there is a lot of episodes there, right? Every single thing that I've learned in courses that I've gone out and paid for, I speak about inside of my podcast. So if people are looking to start and they don't know how to get started, they don't know how they can afford the $1,000 courses, the $2,000 a month mentoring, or anything else like that, they can go ahead and start learning just by going to the my Ultimate Affiliate Marketing podcast, right? Because it's all in there, right? This is the thing, and I mentioned it on one of my last episodes. This is probably going to piss a lot of people off because everything that I learn, I pour into the podcast, and that is kind of crazy because I'm not actually earning any money from that. It is a way for me to put out the value for those people that are conscientious enough to go ahead and listen to it. You get rewarded because you're going to get access to everything for free, right? so that's kind of like what I wanted to do. I thought, do you know what? There's hardly anyone that listens to podcasts. So what I'm going to do is everything that I learn, everything I experience, everything successful that I find and the secrets that I discover, I'm just going to put into a podcast. And those people which are lucky enough to listen to it, that's great. I can create impact that way, right? Because then I know that I'm actually helping other people. And, you're not having to go out and spend a shit ton of money to learn that stuff. So that's kind of the best advice I'd give anyone right now.
Okay. Or is there any platform where people can connect? I have just shared the one link with the people of the affiliate society. Is there any link where people can connect with you?
I would say just going through the podcast or even connecting on Facebook if they really needed to. That's probably the best way of doing it. So there will be a few links on the podcast itself if you look in the show notes. And of course, if you do go ahead and listen, this is my promo bit now, buddy. If you do go ahead and listen, especially if it's on Apple, drop us a review, drop a rating, subscribe, and all that good stuff, because that helps spread the message around to more people.
That's really cool. That's really cool, and I'm so much appreciate you have shared a lot of golden nuggets and a lot of value bombs, and I will also implement that in my business, and I will start to collecting the questions and creating the video on, and also uploading that in the podcast because this is the my main thing: learning from the expert and implementing that marketing strategies into my business. So thank you so much, and I'm grateful to have you on my show. Thank you so much for your precious time.
You're welcome, man. Have a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yeah, just let me finish that, and I will connect you for a while.
Okay.
So yeah, people, as you have listened the story of Paul, and he just shared a lot of golden nuggets. How you can collect the email address and how you can create the whole ecosystem in which you can produce some money by using the affiliate marketing. And there's a lot of people who are doing the same things, and Paul is the expert in that, and who have already achieved his dream car award win. And the thing is, he's sharing his real knowledge, his real experience, which is really awesome. And you can listen to the whole podcast and the interview once more again to implement the whole thing and repeat the same thing in your business and just follow the same thing. So I Hope you will just like that and just share your feedback on that. And I will be back on the next interview and the next episode. Thank you so much.